Hello, welcome back. So, with just one batch of bleach, I was able to place all these foils, and now I'm just going to continue taking my diagonal sections, and I'm just going to keep slicing everything, and then we're going to do her bangs. We're going to let this side process, and then I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side. So I have my diagonal section of hair right here. I have my foil. I mixed a new batch of the blue base, bleach. We take the foil very close like this, and let me lift her up. And I take my lightener, barely anything on my brush, and I just keep painting it on. Making sure that each strand of hair is nicely saturated. I check her hair, and she's still very yellow and very golden. And so I'm going to leave the lightener on until she reaches the pale yellow stage. And I feel like it's totally doable because her hair is relatively light to reach the pale yellow stage in one shot, and especially we're using the blue base. If we were to use like a regular white cream bleach, we might have needed 2 times. But that's what I love about the blue base, is that it cuts out all those excess orange and yellow tones, and it can get you to your goal of platinum blonde faster. So this section of hair is nicely saturated. We let the comb go, and in one shot we fold it. We do a little candy bar, and next section. We don't have to worry about the bleed marks or anything like that because whatever the bleach misses will go back when we're going to touch up her roots. Okay, so because her hair is thick, this has to be divided into 2 sections. And I'm just like flattening the brush to make sure that each strand of hair is painted so we don't get the patchiness. Like this. Ready for our next section. So I want to see if I can get all these foils put in the next 10 minutes. And the bangs are going to be fun. That's the most fun. just check that she's secure so we don't have a Meryl Streep moment. Let's see. Yeah, she's fine. Okay. So I'm combining two techniques. I'm combining the platinum card with the money piece technique. And I'm doing this because going all over blonde is very taxing on the hair, and the bleach dries out when it's exposed to air. And that's why it's really hard to get really blonde without the foils. And so that's why I'm just taking the foils and just individually just applying the bleach on each strand. And this is going to get a very nice and even blonde. We let the comb go. And we fold the foil. We're getting very close. And then I'm going to show you how to do her bangs. And then once we have this side established, I'm going to let this side process. I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side, and then I'm going to check back in when she's pale yellow, and then I came up with a great formula to tone her hair. So I'm going to do a violet to demolish the yellow tones, but then also I'm going to put back in the gold, and that's going to give her a creamy platinum like Victoria Gotti, as opposed to that like grayish silvery platinum. I want like that really nice creamy platinum blonde. Let's see. My lightener is drying up a little bit, so I'm just going to put a little bit of my peroxide. Perfect. And now we're just feathering it on. Actually, I'll check back in when it's time to do her root retouch, and then after the root retouch, I'll do the toner formulation as well. So it's going to be 3 separate processes. The blonding, the root retouch, and then the toning to get her that really nice pastel blonde. And going from like black, her natural color is black, and going from black to platinum can be very, especially in one go, can be very harsh on the hair. So that's why I like lightening the hair to like a dark blonde or a light brown first, and then like conditioning it for a couple of weeks, and then from the dark blonde, light brown, then to like do the whole head with the foils and make it blonde. Back in the day, I actually used to do that on my mother's hair because my mother had dark hair like me, and I would first lighten her to like this like in between dark blonde, light brown, and then I would just keep putting highlights in her hair, and then she would until she would reach platinum. And she didn't like to be like super blonde. I know she did it for me, and she was like my first hair customer, so I'm forever grateful to my mom. You know, it's been 12 years, and I'll always remember her. So this is, and my mom loved Victoria Gotti. She loved her. She always emulated her style. You know, my mom was like a Jersey girl, and so she had like that East Coast mentality. You know, she liked the red lipstick and the leopard print and all that. Okay, so we saturated this section of her hair. And now, let me adjust the camera. This is so much fun. Now it's time to do the bangs. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to take the little bangs right here. All of this is my section of hair. I'm going to take the foil, making sure that it's really nice and close to the root. Taking my lightener, painting it on. I'm not getting it super close to the root because we will go back and do the root retouch. And let's just apply the... And my mother also had bangs. She loved bangs. And let's see. And this is the last part of the bangs. Before I mix a new batch of bleach, I just have to let the side process first. And then once I do that, I'll move on to the other side and I'll be back. So in about 25 minutes in total, I was able to do her entire platinum card on this side. So I need another 25 minutes to let her hair process to the desired level of lift. And I'll do the same process on the other side. And stay tuned, I'll be back once it's time to do her root retouch.